Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's MargaretGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday Morning Mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Well, I got something that evokes warmth, sunshine, the ocean, the beach, because it's been a really snowy and cold winter so far. Hang on, let me get a sip. Oh yeah, that's good. Many of us are hoping or wishing we could be in Costa Rica, right there from Sterling Roastery, Costa Rica. This is terrific. It is a medium roast right there. I don't know if you can see that medium roast. The lighting plays with it a little bit, but yeah, it is terrific. It is very, very nice. Nice cup of coffee. Yeah, it would be great to get away to Costa Rica to kind of escape the winter cold and snow that we've been having so far. And of course, we're using our Sterling Roastery coffee mug. This came to the channel courtesy of our dear friend, the late great Mark Bagwell. A terrific coffee mug. Hang on, let me get another sip right here. That is terrific. Oh boy, and as we like to say in the show, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Absolutely. One more sip. Boy, this is good. That's great. And hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. I really do appreciate that. If you're listening to the audio podcast this morning, thanks very much for tuning in via all those great streaming platforms that are out there, like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, that sort of thing. Happy Groundhog Day. That's the other reason why we're happy to be with you this morning. It's Groundhog's Day. We're very, very hopeful that the groundhog will predict an early spring. Man, oh man, looking forward to that. I can't remember how it goes. I try to remember this every year. If he sees his shadow, he runs back into his hole, and it means another 6 weeks of winter. And if he doesn't see his shadow, it's an early spring. Is that how it is? Comment below and let me know. The show on the Eastern Standard Time Zone always launches at 5 a.m. And I think the groundhog comes out of his hole, Punxsutawney Phil, at 7 a.m. I think it's 7 a.m. And we have one in Ohio, Buckey Chuck. He comes out of his hole at the same time. And sometimes Punxsutawney Phil says 6 more weeks of winter, and Buckey Chuck says early spring. So we'll see if they're going to be on the same page this morning. I know Larry Sablotny is hoping for an early spring. Check him out in his shave den. My goodness. Larry, wow, close the window. That's terrific. I'm assuming you did that with AI. That is absolutely terrific. And of course, Larry has his shaving channel, and it's called Larry Shaves, Old School Shaving Done Right. So check out his YouTube channel, and we will link it below. So snow and cold, great to be with you on this Groundhog's Day. I look forward to Groundhog's Day every single year, and it's been on my bucket list to take a drive out to Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, and be there to see all the festivities and that sort of thing. And I think it's maybe a 3-hour drive, something like that from where I'm at. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll get there someday. But hopefully the groundhog will predict an early spring, because boy, we need it. With it's been cold. It has been very, very cold, very snowy. And a big thank you to Joel Toronto, because Joel sent this along to the channel. Joel, thank you very, very much. He and his brother were avid skiers for many, many years, and he sent along this ski mask right here. Isn't that great? Here's where my eyes here's where my face and my eyes would be, and it comes up around your mouth and your nose, and just, it's just like you're like a ninja, like a snow ninja. This is really terrific, and I'm telling you, this has really saved my skin the last week and a half I've been wearing it. It really is great. You could probably see that right here. It's getting better here. and it's getting better over here. Yeah, this has helped a great deal. So a big thank you to Joel Toronto for very kindly sending this along to the channel. Joel, thank you very much. And we've got some of that balm that Nate Jackson recommended. We've got that on order. That'll be coming soon. Terra Lotus, organic grass-fed beef tallow balm with raw honey. I ordered 2 jars. I ordered a 2-ounce jar, which was unscented, and a 4-ounce jar that is citrus. So a nice citrus scent. So I'll show those to you as soon as they come in. They have not arrived yet. So as soon as they arrive, we'll show them and we'll talk about them on the show. And yeah, hoping that it does some good for the skin. Nate says it's very good. Thank you again for the recommendation, Nate. It's available on Amazon. We'll get links to it below. So great to be with you this morning. Wow, got a great show for you. Let me get to my my topics right here. Click right there, go to my bookmark. Boom, there it is on screen. Oh, we've got a great shaving tip this morning from viewer Dave Richland. Dave, thank you very much. Got a shave den visit courtesy of Rob Bruno. Got the usual round of reminders and some other things to update you on and remind you of. We have some great refill comments, some terrific new wet shaving gear to share with you this morning. We got a couple of items that we wanted to once again show you because we haven't had a chance to do reviews on them just yet. So stay tuned for that. And we also have some great questions and comments to kind of wrap up the show. So great to be with you this morning. I hope the weather is very agreeable where you're at. I hope it's nice and warm and sunny, just like it would be right now in Costa Rica if we were all there. That would be great. So great to be with you. I hope you're enjoying a nice hot cup of coffee this morning with me, and maybe you're by the fireside, by the fireplace, and putting another log on there to warm up the room and to kind of kick back and enjoy this morning's 3MB on Groundhog's Day. Great to be with you on Groundhog's Day. So let's get the show kicked off like we do every week with the viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer David Richland, and the subject heading of his email reads, DIY Blade Caddy. And David writes, Hi Mark, maybe someone may find this helpful. Lately, I've been looking into blade caddies on Etsy to organize my collection, but I've hesitated to pull the trigger. I've started to feel that I've spent a bit too much on this hobby and recently decided it was time to practice some restraint. However, an idea struck me this morning while I was making coffee and used the last paper filter in the box. I wondered if the packaging itself could be repurposed into a caddy. As soon as my coffee was ready, I grabbed a tuck of blades to test the fit. It was clear right away that the dimensions were perfect. All I had to do was trim the box down using an X-Acto knife to a functional height. The pictures below show the final result of this DIY solution, and David included these pictures along with some descriptions. And he writes, here is the box the filters came in. Well, that's Trader Joe's. How can you not love that? I love Trader Joe's. This gives me a great excuse to get some coffees at Trader Joe's and to visit my local Trader Joe's and stock up on some great Trader Joe's products. That's fantastic. I love the Trader Joe's grocery stores. Absolutely love them. And it's really neat that the box that the filters came in is a Trader Joe's box. That's great. He continues here. Here's the box cut to size with the blade tucks. Man, that is really a nice fit. That is absolutely remarkable. Wow. He continues here. Here's a picture of the shelving my cleaning lady suggested I get. She mentioned how annoying it was to move all the razors and brushes just to clean the countertop. Happy cleaning, lady? Happy life. You can see the DIY blade caddy on the bottom shelf. That is a really, really neat shelf that you have there in your shave den, David. And he followed up with this because I asked about it. And he wrote, "The moment my cleaning lady, Monica, a dear friend of many years, told me how frustrating it was to clean around my shaving gear, I immediately went out to find a solution. I ended up at Marshall's. I checked, and there are several locations throughout Ohio. I paid $15 plus tax for the shelving. They had a great selection of countertop organizers like that." Well, that's really, really terrific. So there you go, folks. 2 great shaving tips this morning from viewer David Richland. And David, thank you very, very much for displaying George in your shave den. That's absolutely wonderful. So, hey, a DIY blade caddy and also a shelving solution for your shave den. David, thank you very, very much. And again, thank you for displaying George in your shave den. And as you know, we give out George sketches for shaving tips. Dave already has his George sketch, but if you would like an original signed George sketch, all you have to do is send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use your shaving tip here on the Viewer Morning Shaving Tip segment of the Monday Morning Mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So David, thanks again for a great DIY shaving tip this morning. Really do appreciate it. Okay, it's time for a shave den visit.
Grab your favorite shave soap, whip it up, rich and creamy, fill your cup, boom, lather. Hot towel ready, face feels prime, a classic shave, so smooth, so fine. 30 degrees, a light touch, let the razor do the work, no need to rush. Shave like a pro, close and neat, a shave so smooth it can't be beat. Slap on your favorite splash, feel that glow. Shave complete, now you're ready to go. Oh, boom, shave complete, you're ready to go.
This morning's shave den visit comes courtesy of viewer Rob Bruno. Now, I'm not entirely sure if he added these to his shave den, but this is some great information, something to look for, and maybe add to your shave den. Rob writes, "Hey Mark, I found these at an antique store. I have never heard or seen these before. A complete display of new Wonder blades. I wonder how old they are. Maybe someone can fill me in. The price was $65. Rob, that is really, really neat. I've never heard of these either. And I went up to AI, Copilot AI, and I asked them about the new Wonder DE blades that you happen to find there. And this is what the answer came back with. The new Wonder double-edged blades are indeed vintage, but they're part of a lesser-known chapter in shaving history. While major brands like Gillette, Wilkinson Sword, and Schick dominated the market, smaller companies like New Wonder catered to a regional or niche audience, often through drugstores, mail-order catalogs, or promotional bundles. And here's the historical snapshot of these blades. The era of production, likely mid-20th century, possibly between the 1940s and 1960s, based on packaging style and typography. The blade type, of course, double-edged blades made from surgical steel, a marketing term used to imply high-quality stainless steel with corrosion resistance. Distribution. These blades were probably sold in bulk or as part of promotional packs, often in general stores or barbershops. The handwritten pricing and display box suggests they were part of a retail counter setup. Brand status. New Wonder does not appear to have been a major manufacturer. It may have been a private label or a short-lived brand, which was common in the post-war boom of personal grooming products. There you go, some information on New Wonder Blades, a terrific find by viewer Rob Bruno. If you come across them at a nice price, obviously, something that you can add to your shave den and maybe share with viewers down the road if you happen to test drive one of those blades in your favorite razor. Hey Rob, thanks very much for sharing this with all the viewers this morning. Really do appreciate it. And please let us know if you acquired these for your shave den. If you did, please, if you can do a review, that would be great. Do a review and send it in and let everyone know how they work, how they shave, and what kind of condition they're in. They look like they're in really, really nice condition. Never heard of them before. New Wonder Blades. If you come across them, that's a little bit of background information on them and it might help you make a decision if you want to acquire them for your shave den. Rob, thanks again very, very much. Well, here's your reminder to check out shavesplash.com. This is a website that was created by viewer Lee Meyer. If you happen to have a shave soap, but you don't have an aftershave splash for it, well, shavesplash.com is a scent matching website. So you'll be able to find a complimentary aftershave scent that will go with that shaving soap. Really, really terrific. And they also have some great articles and features up there. So check it out. We'll have the link below, shavesplash.com from viewer Lee Meyer. Well, the channel now has auto dub technology courtesy of Google and YouTube. And as the name suggests, it will automatically translate this audio from English into Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. Pretty amazing. Simply click on the gear in the lower right of the video screen. A menu will pop up, and there you can select the language that you wish to hear the audio in: Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. It translates it from English to any of those languages in real time, on the fly. Pretty amazing. Auto dub. Check it out. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Simply get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, and now iHeartRadio. Viewer Aaron Watson sent along this heads up regarding the Maggard Meetup for 2026. Aaron, thank you very, very much. His email heading reads, Maggard 2026 Meetup. Hey Mark, just thought I would pass this along for the 3MB. Thanks, Aaron Watson. He included the link. We'll include the link below so you can check it out and get a ticket. Here's the Cliff Notes version of what's going on this year with the Maggard Meetup for 2026. Maggard Razors will host its 9th annual wet shaving meetup on April 25th, 2026 from noon to 4 p.m. at 124 South Winter Street in Adrian, Michigan. After drawing more than 185 attendees last year, the 2026 event will cap attendance at 180 and feature up to 18 vendors. A $36 ticket includes a $14 meal voucher for select downtown restaurants, complimentary drinks throughout the day, entry into over 100 door prize drawings for those who purchase tickets before April 23rd, vendor samples, and a massive pay-it-forward table for swapping gear. Attendees can also meet well-known artisans from across the wet shaving community. An informal after-meet gathering will take place that evening at the Hampton Inn and Suites, which also offers a preferred group rate. Several other nearby hotels are available as well. So there it is. All the information regarding this year's Maggard Meetup for 2026. We'll have a link to the page below where you can get tickets and check out all the information in detail. I've got my ticket. I hope to see you there. Well, we have a giveaway update this morning, and it comes from viewer Sig Solo all the way from Greenland. And he finally received his second prize in a giveaway we did, about a month and a half, 2 months ago, something like that, I think it was. I can't remember. But anyhow, he finally received his second prize all the way up there in Greenland. And he sent along this photo, and he writes, "Hello, Mark. The great second prize arrived just as I was headed out the door. I had to do a quick unboxing and take a picture. I'm deeply honored and grateful to have won these items from Patricia Bagwell, and I'll honor Mark every chance I get when I use items from this phenomenal giveaway. Thanks a million, Mark. All the best from Greenland, Sig." Sig, I am so happy that everything arrived in good condition. Thanks very much for sending along the photo and the report. It took a long time to get to Greenland. I don't think I've ever shipped anything to Greenland, a package before. I did send Sig an original George sketch. I don't know how long it took that to get to Greenland, but this particular package, as he and I were tracking it, it went from the United States to Denmark, and then from Denmark back to the United States, and then to Greenland. So I guess that's, why it took so long to get there. But I am so happy that it arrived in good shape and that all the items are there. And terrific, terrific stuff from our friend, the late, great Mark Bagwell. And again, a big, big thank you to Patricia Bagwell for contributing to the channel and to these giveaways. Patricia, thank you again very, very much. And and thank you again, Sig, for honoring Mark in your shave den with all this great, great shave gear. So thanks again for the report, Sig. So happy everything arrived in good shape. Thanks for the photo. Thanks for the report. And stay tuned, folks. We're going to be doing some giveaways again, ramping up. More things to give away. Stay tuned. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low. That time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, great to be with you this morning. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on 1 minute. Let me get another sip here. Oh, yeah, that's wonderful. Wow, we're enjoying a Costa Rica coffee from Sterling. Wishing we were in Costa Rica, away from all the snow and cold. There's a goal for next winter in January when the snow and cold arrive. Try to get to Costa Rica and drink a cup of Sterling Costa Rica coffee right there on the beach in Costa Rica. That would be great. Yeah, but that's a terrific, terrific coffee. And there's something about the winter weather that once it gets really, really cold, your body attunes to it. And as long as you have the proper clothing, you wear layers, you have some good headwear like this ski mask. Thanks again to Joel Toronto. Really, thank you very, very much. You got something like this. You got some good gloves. You got some good boots. And like I say, you wear layers and everything. You can get through it. And sometimes it's very, very enjoyable, especially on a really nice sunny, cold day. Sometimes there's nothing better than getting outside and walking around. I know a lot of folks out there like to do some cross-country skiing. They like to do some snow hiking, that sort of thing. So yeah, there's some nice outdoor activities during the winter months. But something really special about a nice sunny day with the cold, cold temperatures, provided you're prepared for it. And you can you got some good warm winter clothing on. There's nothing better than that. Really, it's really kind of neat. It's a kind of a neat thing to experience. And again, Joel Toronto and his brother for many, many years were avid skiers, so they understand how to dress for that particular sport. And that must have been great, being on the slopes on a nice sunny day when it's nice and cold and you got a great snow powder to ski on. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, so there are some really fun qualities and aspects about the winter months. I hope you're enjoying the winter months, whether you're in the snow and cold or you're in a nicer, warmer climate like Costa Rica. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. Hang on. Let me get another sip here. Yeah, that's great. And if you want to know the health benefits of the coffee that you're drinking, check out Mantic 59's The Black Coffee Life website, where he talks about all the health benefits of drinking black coffee. So check that out. And also check out the Lockhorns. Someday we'll look back on this and quickly change the subject. A hardcover collection of great Lockhorns cartoons, as well as the Lockhorns calendar, the 2026 Lockhorns Laugh-A-Day calendar. Check that out. Both of those are on Amazon. We'll have those links below for you. So check both of those out from my good friends Bunny Host and John Reiner. All right, a little bit of housekeeping done. Great to be with you this morning. Let's get to some of these refill comments. Oh, before I do, happy Groundhog Day. And hopefully we'll have an early spring. And I don't mind if you started watching this early in the morning and you paused it to go over to see what Punxsutawney Phil or Buckey Chalk or any of the other groundhogs that are out there, what they're predicting. I know that's something I like to do as well. Just come on back after you find out if it's an early spring or 6 more weeks of winter and catch up with us here in the Monday Morning Mailbag. So let's get to some of these refill comments. This comes from Scott Martin, 5534. Boy, talk about some beautiful razors this week. Thanks for showcasing these, Mark. Cheers, Scott. Yeah, last week, the January 26th episode, we had some great razors in the new wet shaving gear segments. So check that out if you missed it. Really terrific razors. We got another new razor this week in new wet shaving gear from Yaqi. So stay tuned for that. This one is this one's really neat. Really, I haven't shaved with it yet. Want to show it to you first, so stay tuned for that. So, Scott, thanks very much for that. Roger Stanley, 7948 writes, fantastic episode today, Mark. Always such a treat to watch with the first 3 coffees of the day. Yeah, I'm about a 3 to 4 cup morning coffee drinker as well. Just love it. Just absolutely love it. It's terrific. It's a great beverage. Hang on 1 minute. Yeah, and a lot of health benefits too. So check out the Black Coffee Life from Mantic 59. Roger, thank you very much for that. Andrew Hill, 1965 writes, wonderful Monday morning mailbag as usual. A lot of great content. I'm already looking forward to the Maggard Meetup this year. I am too. Boy, really looking forward to that. And again, we had the announcement this morning, and we're going to be playing that announcement every week. All the way up to the Maggard Meetup. So make sure you get your tickets, and we'll have a link below where you can get tickets and all that other good stuff. And you're right, last week's announcement of Barrister and Mann was a huge surprise. Keep up all the great work you do for all of us. It's very much appreciated, and have a great week. That comes from Andrew Hill. Andrew, thank you very much. But all this great information comes from all the viewers out there. They contribute so much to the show, and I'm very grateful to all the information, tips, and tricks that they pass along. Aaron Wasson gave us the heads up regarding the Maggard Meetup. Aaron, thank you again very much. And Dave Wilson let us know about Barrister and Mann and their new relationship with Sterling Soap. So, gentlemen, thank you very much. And thanks to everyone else out there for your wonderful contributions. I know Beth Jones sends in some great information, as does James Sefton and Roderick McLeod. And Timothy Whitcup sends in some great information. Mark Bagwell sent in a lot of information. Boy, he was just a treasure trove of information. I sure do miss him and his contributions. But a lot of folks out there send in some great information. JTech and X and Keith Osmond. I mean, so many folks out there contribute. If I missed your name, my apologies. So many out there contribute so much to this show. They make this show possible. As I say on this program and also on Second Cup, without you, this microphone would be silent. So thank you all very much. And Andrew, I will pass along to all of them your thanks. So thanks very much for that comment. Really do appreciate that. This comes from Gerald Alvaletta, 5266. Hi, Mark. Another great Monday morning mailbag. Just got to watch your show. I was outside cleaning up the snow from our big snowstorm. Over a foot of snow. Laugh out loud. Have a blessed week. That's from Jerry Avaletta. out of Wolcott, Connecticut. Yeah, you got slammed with some snow. We had about over a foot of snow. It was a lot of snow, but it's the cold also. We've been getting a lot of cold weather. So as I say, sometimes it's a good thing. When it gets cold, your body adapts a little more quickly. And I think that sometimes that's better than some cold weather and then warm weather and then cold weather and warm weather. I don't think that's, I know a lot of people tell me when that happens, they tend to get sick a little more easily. So maybe it's just better just to have a nice cold winter and then ease into spring. But hopefully, come on, Groundhog. Early spring, come on. We'll see what he has to say later on today, depending on when you're watching this. So thanks very much for that, Jerry. Really do appreciate that. This comes from RJ Wright RW30. Good morning, Mark. Another good 3MB. Be careful shoveling outside. We had a good 10 plus inches here in north central PA. I'm very thankful for finally having bought that snowblower a couple of years ago. Have a great week. Yeah, boy, snowblowers are a great tool to have when the winter weather's like this. Some folks have snowblowers. Some folks hire snow plows to take care of their driveway, that sort of thing. As I say, if you prepare for it, you can get through it. That's what it is. It's preparation. It's when you don't have the snowblower. It's when you don't have the snowplow. It's when you don't have the warm clothing. That's when it really wreaks havoc with you. But if you're able to, prepare for it and get good tires on your vehicle before the snow flies. That's something else that a lot of people forget to do. And I know when the first big storm came through, there were people who could not get up a hill, just a slight incline because there was ice underneath, but they didn't have enough traction because they were driving with bald tires. So you have to got to plan for it. If you plan for it, you'll get through it. Yeah. So, RJ Wright RW, thanks very much for that. Really do appreciate it. Dougie Shaven 1627 writes, very nice razors. Love to see you in the comments on Shave Masters tonight. Well, you know what, Dougie? I'm going to have to get over there when the Shave Masters, that's every other Tuesday on Instagram. So thank you for the reminder. So I'm going to check tomorrow night to see if you're broadcasting. And really need to do that. And I'll get some of that Shave Masters coffee that you very kindly sent into the channel and enjoy a cup of coffee while the Shave Masters are streaming live. So check them out, the Shave Masters, on Instagram every other Tuesday. So we'll see if it's tomorrow night or the following Tuesday night. I'm not entirely sure, depending on when this comment arrived and when it airs and that sort of thing. So every other Tuesday night, I think, is when the Shave Masters broadcast live on their Instagram channel. Dougie Shaven, thanks very much for that. Really do appreciate it. This comes from Jeff Palmer, 9149. Good morning, and thanks for a great video. As always, you give me something to look forward to on Mondays. Have a great rest of the week and keep warm. By the way, I live around Atlanta area, and now we have ice instead of snow. Yeah, this cold wave has been dipping into the south, and I saw the other day, and I don't know if by the time this airs, if it's going to happen or it's about to happen. I'm not sure, but they said that Tampa, Florida might get snow. It's not going to stick to the ground, but it might get cold enough to where they might have snow in the air. So if you live in the Tampa area or in the Panhandle, comment below and let us know if you got any of this cold weather and possibly some snowflakes in the air. That would be really interesting to see. Snow against some of the palm trees and that's that sort of thing. Yeah, it can happen. Yeah. So thanks very much for that, Jeff. Really do appreciate it. And yes, stay warm. This comes from Jimmy V Photography. And he writes, lighting looks spot on. You hit the perfect exposure and color balance for your skin tone. You have done well, Grasshopper. Jimmy, thank you very much, but I don't know what I'm doing. This light right here, all I know is I've cranked it all the way up. I've tried to do some fill lighting around the room here. And the big tip was to turn off auto balance on the white balance. and turn off the auto on the white balance. And that seems to have helped a great deal, especially in fluctuating in and out when I'm holding my hand up or I'm holding up a coffee mug. That seems to help. The only thing that it still does is it brightens up the page, and I'm a little grayer in the background, so to speak. And when I pull that away, then the lighting comes back up. So I still have a lot to learn, or what else to balance here, what else to do. But thank you for all the information that you emailed me. I'm trying to figure it out, and as I say, I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants. So we'll see how things proceed. So thank you very, very much. I really do appreciate it. That is some find that Jim came across. Amazing. Yeah, check out last week's Monday Morning Mailbag. Jim from Northfield. He found some really, really interesting items at, I think he went to an antique mall, I think in Cincinnati. Yeah, check that out, last week's Monday Morning Mailbag. A lot of the dryness our skin suffers in winter isn't always the cold. It's from the super dry air in our homes and offices due to the heating running all the time. If you can, get a central humidifier installed in your furnace. I did it years ago, and it made a huge difference in the dry skin itches. As another benefit, the more humid air makes the air feel warmer. If you can't do a central, get a good room humidifier. Get one bigger than you think you'll need. Do not get one of those ultrasonic humidifiers. Unless you use distilled water, you will find a fine layer of dust, or whatever it is, covering everything. It's really sneaky. You don't notice it until you suddenly do. Then it's a real pain to get cleaned up. Great Monday Morning Mailbag, as always. Jimmy, thanks very much for those tips. Really do appreciate it. I think I have that humidifier on my furnace, and you can see I'm wearing layers here. So I don't turn my furnace, my temperature, my thermostat up that much. When I come home, it's set to, now get ready for this, 60 degrees. So when I get home, I'll turn it up to say 64, 66. If it gets really, really cold, like it has been this past few days here, I'll turn it up to 68 before I turn in. I'll warm up the house. And then the insulation in this house is pretty good. So it stays warm for a long period of time. And then overnight, my thermostat drops back down to 60, 61. And I'm under a lot of covers. So I think that kind of works for me. I don't like to have a really, really high temperature when I go to bed at night. I like it to be a little bit on the cooler side. But you got to be careful that to make sure that your house is warm enough in case of a power outage, so that the warmer the house is, the longer you'll retain that heat while they're working to restore power. That's kind of been my rule of thumb. So that's why I'll turn it up to like 68 before I go to bed. And that's plenty. So I think I do have that central humidifier on my furnace. But I think it's just been that lately I have been going outside without having the proper head covering and face covering and that sort of thing, which is why I'm so very, very grateful to Joel Toronto for this ski mask. This has been marvelous. I love this. We'll link to these on Amazon where you can get these, because this has really been a great benefit. It really is terrific. So I really, really enjoy wearing this one. So thank you again, Joel. Really do appreciate that. And Jimmy, thank you very, very much for the kind words. Flying by the seat of my pants, and thanks for the great suggestion regarding keeping the house warm, the humidifier, and that sort of thing. Thank you very, very much. Bill Murphy checked in. Great 3MB as usual, Mark. Very cold here also, and got 4 inches of snow yesterday. Beautiful Yaqi razor. Yeah, check out last week. There was a beautiful stainless steel razor from Yaqi. Very different color. Thanks for talking about the Ollieworks razor I sent. Glad you got some great shaves. Yeah, we got those reviews. We already edited the first Ollieworks shave review. I think I'm going to schedule that this week. Check that out. That was really a nice shave. So Bill and Connie, thank you very much for sending that along to the channel, allowing me to share with all the viewers. Really, really do appreciate that. Looking forward to your review shave. As a matter of fact, I love the razor so much, I decided to order the Ollieworks stainless steel version with the mild base. The gap and blade exposure are the same as the aluminum version. The shave was so smooth, I decided to try a feather blade in it and got a fantastic shave with no irritation at all with a BBS finish. Amazing. Have a great week and stay warm. Hey, Bill, thanks very much for that really, really neat little review there about the Ollieworks stainless steel version of their Meteorite razor. Check it out, folks. We'll link Ollieworks below where you can check out all their razors, all their products. And give the stainless steel version a look. Bill, thank you so much for confirming how great both versions shave with the mild base plate. Yeah, I have found, just a little spoiler alert, I have found that the mild base plate is a terrific, terrific daily shaver, especially if you like mild razors as I do. Yeah, that is definitely a daily driver, no doubt about it. So Bill, thank you again very, very much. Viewer JTech and X writes, for head shaves, I love my Leaf razor, no longer being sold. There is a new version called the Leaf 2, which I have already ordered and looking forward to trying. Hey, Jay, when you do, please, if you'd like, put together a review and we'll share it with all the viewers out there. Your choice, whether you want to put together photos and write some text or just do a quick video and show the razor and maybe some shots of you shaving, that sort of thing. Would really, really be interested in sharing that with all the viewers out there. So please give that consideration. Let us know how it shaves. Thanks very, very much for that. Really do appreciate that. And we got this from Jason NYC 2006. And he writes, Mark Zarady, another great 3MB show as usual. My mom says hi as well. She says, there's no one like you. Well, Jason, hi to your mom. Thank you to both of you for tuning in. Really, really do appreciate it. That's very, very sweet of you to say. Really do appreciate that. And that wraps up this week's refill segment. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Well, this morning we've got a brand new razor from Yaqi we're going to share with you. My thanks to Grace Chen and everyone at Yaqi for very kindly and generously sending this one along to the channel and allowing me to share it with all the viewers out there. This is a Gem razor. Check this out, and it comes with 3 base plates. Here it is. This is called the Gem. Now it's spelled A-I-L-E-R-O-N. I believe that's pronounced aileron. The aileron. This is a stainless steel Gem razor. Check that out. It takes a Gem blade. Boy, that is just absolutely gorgeous. And the handle is just beautifully machined. Some great tight knurling here on the neck and towards the bottom with a smooth satin finish right here in the middle of the handle. The rest of the razor is also a nice satin finish. And here's the thing. Check this out. I don't know if you can see this. We'll try to zoom in. The threaded post is actually rectangular. Can you see that? I'm going to keep it in focus here and I'll zoom in. It's rectangular. Look at that. Isn't that neat? Wow. Yeah. And it also comes with a very, very thin O-ring installed. So we're going to take that apart and you can see that it fits. You can see that right there, that rectangular post there. Okay. Get a better look at it there. All right. So you can see that it takes a Gem blade. Okay. So here's what we got, a Gem blade right here. Got one right here. Let me open this up and pull out the blade. And very, very easy to load. So all you're doing is taking the Gem blade and just dropping it through that rectangular post because that's what you got there. You got that rectangular hole in a Gem blade right there. Just dropping it in and it aligns beautifully. It just seats very, very well. And then all you do is take the base plate with the guard pointed in the correct direction. Okay, and just everything clamps together very, very nicely. Now here's a little bit of the tricky part. When you reinstall the handle, you got to make sure that you get the correct angle for that stud. There we go. You don't want to, there we go, right there like that. So it might take you a couple of tries to get that. And I just want to make sure that that O-ring is seated correctly. Okay, there it is. Yeah, now that's okay. Look how I did it on the second time like that. And there it is right there. How about that? And there is the blade installed right there. Look at that. You can see that, how the light's playing off of it. That is really nice. The aileron. Now, it comes with 3 base plates. Okay, we have some extra base plates here. I'll show you this one right here. And these are marked on the underside. Let's see, they're marked right here. Let me see where they're marked. It's I think it was a small marking. Yeah, there it is, right there. Small marking right here at the center post. I don't know if you can see this. We might have to get a photograph. It's right here. All right, that's 3. So that is the most aggressive base plate there. And this one here, this is, I think this is 2. This is the medium base plate right here. Yes, this one is marked 2. Again, I don't know if you can see that. We'll try to play it off of the light there and maybe zoom in. If not, we're going to take photos so you can see it. Okay, so that's 2. That means we have the number 1 plate right here. Now, the number 1 base plate has a blade gap of 0.70 millimeters. The number 2 base plate has a blade gap of 0.90 millimeters. And the number 3 base plate has a blade gap of 1.10 millimeters. So there you go, the Yaqi aileron, a gem style razor. Absolutely beautiful, and the clamping is just marvelous. Now, when I do the review on this, I'm going to start with the number 1 plate and see how that works. And again, you're shaving like this to where you're getting the face of that razor head almost flat. That's the shaving angle right there, almost flat. That's how gem razors are designed to shave, at least the vintage gem razors. I'm assuming that this is similar because it's a gem style razor that takes a gem razor blade. So I'm assuming that's how it's going to work. We'll find out when we do a review. So that's it right there from the folks at Yaqi, the gem aileron razor. It's available right now, and we'll have a link below so that you can check it out yourself. Again, my thanks to Grace Chen and everyone at Yaqi for very kindly sending this along to the channel and allowing me to share with all the viewers. Once more, the Gem Aileron Razor by Yaqi. Give it a look. Well, this morning we wanted to do a follow-up courtesy of a couple of viewers out there who let us know some more information regarding the Replitech razor that David Dart very kindly sent to the channel. First up is JTeckenX, and he writes, "Hi Mark, on the topic of the Replitech razor, I believe you have reviewed this razor in the past, albeit in a different finish. I found the link to the older video from 2019. We'll provide that link below. Jay, thank you very, very much. Another note is when I look at the Replitech Razor's website, the offerings seem very similar to those of Global Shave Club. Perhaps they are rebranded. This could explain David's experience with the razor." Now, that review from 2019 was a Replitech razor, and I show it next to a vintage tech razor, and I thought at that time the razor heads were very, very similar and the handles were very, very similar. And the thing is, that Replitech razor was a nice, mild, smooth razor. It had some nice efficiency, but I've done a review with this and I have to edit it, and I got to tell you, this one has a lot more growl than that original Replitech. I don't know why. In 2019, I was still very early in my wet shaving journey. and trying a lot of different razors and working on my technique, that sort of thing. So I would think that if it were an overly aggressive razor with a high amount of efficiency, and if it tugged and pulled a little bit, I would have detected that in that review. Now, the review I did with this one, I got to tell you, wow. I mean, it's deceptively efficient. So much so, well, when you see the video, a little bit of a spoiler alert, wait for the alum block. I mean, that was really, really surprising. I also tend to think that there might be a very exact sweet spot that smooths out the shave. Now, if you can see right here, okay, I got a little something going on there. That was from this razor. I did get some, I guess you could say some mild weepers, and I got a couple of very, very small nicks after the fact. It was, I'm not saying it's altogether bad. My experience was somewhat similar to what David Dart shared with us in his review. I don't think this is a daily driver for me, and it has a high degree of efficiency. I think this is the kind of razor, if you have 3 days worth of beard growth, you want to break this one out and do your first pass with this, and then go to a milder razor like an R89, something like that, and then finish up, and I think you'll get a great shave. But 2 passes in a row with this, for me, wow, yeah. However, it was a super BBS finish. That's the thing. So, Jay, thank you very, very much for that information regarding this. And yeah, I did review a Replitech razor 6 years. It's been 6 years already, but I just think the razor heads are different. Here's what Keith Osmond has to say about the Replitech razor. Hi, Mark. Regarding the Replitech razor, first, it isn't made in Canada. The head is from a Bali DB131. Not sure where the handle comes from. They were sold by Global Shave Club International, remember them, from Montreal, which may be where the Canada bit comes from. They were bought out at one point by Swiss Shave, but Swiss Shave seems to have gone on its own way. The Global Shave Club's website is closed for maintenance. How do I know where the head came from? I have both a Replitech and a Bali DB131 and compared them side by side. Everything down to manufacturer markings are identical. It looks like they are now selling through or liquidating stock through better known shaving outlets. For example, this razor and their Fat Boy replica are both available now through both Maggard and Shave Nation. Dave's description of the Replitech/Bali is pretty accurate. It works better with sharper blades. The Personna Platinum should work well. I have found Kai's work fairly well in them as well. The Replitech handle is a very close match to the Gillette Tech, whereas the Bali uses a handle of its own design. If you don't care which handle you get, the Bali can be found for less. Keith, thank you very, very much for this update. Really do appreciate it. Now, the blade I used, I have to look again. I think I used a Personna Red, which is the platinum chrome plated razor. And I think that helped smooth out the shave. So Keith, I agree with you. A good platinum coated, a good Teflon coated blade will definitely, I would say, smooth the shave out a little bit. But boy, oh boy, the efficiency on this thing was way, way up there. If you really gotta watch your technique with this one, and this is in such a contrast to that original Replitech where, if you look at the review, I came away with a wonderful, smooth, mild shave. And again, this was early on in my wet shaving journey where, if it was overly aggressive, that sort of thing, I would have definitely picked up on it. But yeah, I'm going to have to maybe look at these side by side and get the Replitech and get this one and look at them side by side and maybe shave with them, do a comparison shave, that sort of thing. I don't know. Maybe, again, it could be that original Replitech is very, very mild and this one is really has a lot more growl. Or it could be that because I've been shaving with other razors, maybe that muscle memory kicked in and I was off angle on this a little bit. Maybe that's another possibility, because with certain razors, you have to adjust. I think at one point during that review, I was saying that I was riding the cap on this a little bit, and I think that's where things smoothed out. Anyhow, I'm going to edit that together and get it posted sometime down the road here, and hopefully do a comparison shave between the two of them. A big thank you again to David Dart for very kindly sending this along to the channel, allowing me to share with all the viewers, and a big thank you to JTechNX and also Keith Osmond for all the great background information on the Replitech, which is available at the Razor Company. Gentlemen, thank you again very much. Well, here on the Monday Morning Mailbag, we've been talking about the Parker AeroShave 3-piece razor, and Bob LaRoe gave it a test drive and sent in this review. And he writes, Parker is a trusted maker of double-edge safety razors since 1973. I have a few, and they're great. This new razor is unlike any they've made. Parker is known for unique-looking razors, both butterfly and 3-piece. This one with the dimpled handle looks like the Tatara Muramasa razor without the exorbitant cost. The handle is not chrome and thus not slippery, though it doesn't have any knurling. To play it safe, a tip is to rub some alum block on your fingers for a firmer grip. The Parker logo is on the green base plate, not the top cap, and you place the blade onto the bottom of the top cap and it snaps in place with no blade overhang. It is very lightweight and easy to maneuver because the top is a bit flatter than most safety razors. While marketed as a mild razor, I'd give it a 4 setting if it were an adjustable, which isn't overly aggressive nor too mild. It comes with a pack of 5 Parker blades, but I used a Derby Extra. While shaving, I got a lot of feedback, which is a good thing, and I got a close, smooth shave. This strikingly attractive razor comes in an equally attractive box with some clear instructions for those new to safety razors, making it very giftable. You get a high-end razor for a very affordable price. And that's Bob LaRoe's review of the AeroShave by Parker. Bob, thanks very much. Really do appreciate it. It's available on Amazon. We'll have a link below. Bob, thanks again very much. Well, guess what arrived on my doorstep this past week? That's right, from Strike Gold Shave. Built to fight, Shave Dad, Shave Soap, and Aftershave Splash. These were the items that were for sale on Strike Gold Shave to benefit Jerry Pleshy. And boy, oh boy, is this a fantastic scent. Here's a description. A timeless, nostalgic blend of classic Old Spice and Brute. Bold, clean, and unmistakably traditional. A scent that brings you right back while reminding you what this community is all about. This is really terrific. We're going to get a review done on this. Now, the fundraiser is over, so it's no longer available under this label, but it is available under the label Old Ironsides up on Strike Gold Shave's website. So look for Old Ironsides, and you'll get this unmistakably classic Old Spice and Brute scent. Oh, marvelous. And these shave soaps lather a treat. Really terrific. So wanted to share that with you. We were able to get this to benefit Jerry Pleshy. That fundraiser is now over, but you can get this scent under a different label, Old Ironsides from Strike Gold Shave. Give it a look. Well, wanted to give you a refresher on a couple of shave soaps and splashes that came to the channel through the courtesy and generosity of Greg Passante. We talk about a lot of different viewers out there who contribute to the show and to the channel, and Greg Passante is right there at the top of the list. Greg, thank you very much. He really likes 345 Soap Company, and he has sent along several of their shave soaps. We like them a lot, too. They lather a treat, and the scents are just Tremendous. Here are a couple of shave soaps and splashes that we talked about. We have yet to review them. These came out of their subscription service. First up is Project Coin Flip. Check out that artwork. Isn't that awesome? Absolutely awesome. Here's what Greg wrote about it. This is such an elegant, refined scent. I put a small dab of the aftershave on my wrist, and wow, am I impressed. The vanilla note is front and center in the open, but as it dries down, a smoky creaminess makes an appearance, almost like sandalwood, but instead, it's the oud note alongside the citrus and vanilla. Kind of gives me a smoky gourmand vibe. Whatever the case, this might just be one of John's best original scents yet. I gotta review this. Yeah, look at that. This is a marvelous, marvelous scent. And as we say, 345 soaps are just wonderful. They just have a great, great lathering quality, great protection. The artwork, the scent, the performance, just top shelf. Absolutely fantastic. And we also have the aftershave splash. A big, big thank you to Greg Passanti for very kindly sending these along to the channel. And he also sent another shave soap and splash that was also part of their subscription service. We'll link that subscription service below. You might want to consider subscribing to it, where you get to you get these really, really wonderful shave soap creations and scents, and you are also offered a little bit of input as well. So you can kind of contribute your own thoughts about what the next soap scent should be and that sort of thing. Yeah, that's my understanding, so check it out. This one is terrific. Again, another great, great scent. Hang on. Oh, yeah, this is great. This is Ranch Life right here. The hardest working folks around, ranchers, farmers, and all the folks that believe in hard work, family, friends, and doing good in the community. The label is supposed to look like a belt buckle, okay? Right there, can you see that? The fragrance is an homage to Parfums de Marly Layton, a wonderful year-round fragrance that embodies all the characteristics of the folks wearing it. Proud, down-to-earth folks. Here's the scent profile of this. Wait a minute. Oh, that description captures this scent. Here's the scent profile. Top notes are apple, lavender, bergamot, and mandarin orange. Middle notes are geranium, violet, and jasmine. Base notes are vanilla, cardamom, sandalwood, pepper, guaiac wood, and patchouli. We are going to get a review done on Ranch Life and also Project Coin Flip. Boy, a couple of great shave soap scents and some great, great performing shave soaps as well from 345 Soap Company. Give them a look. They really are a fantastic, fantastic artisan soap maker. They come up with some great, great scent profiles for their shave soaps. And again, their shave soaps really offer wonderful lathers and great performance. 345 Soap Company, a big thank you to Greg Passanti. Greg, thanks again very, very much. Once more, 345 Soap Company, folks, give them a look. And that wraps up this week's look at new wet shaving gear. My thanks to everyone that contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's get to some of these questions and comments. Hey, we received this email from viewer Al Spencer, and he writes, Mark, something interesting I discovered. The Personna Red, Personna Comfort Coated, and Personna Platinum Blades are all marked exactly the same. No photo of the Reds because I ran out. I've tried all three blades and really did not feel any difference. All great shaves. The Personna Gems are marked Gem, made in USA, and in my humble opinion are much better. This sure is an exciting hobby. Al, thanks very much for that. Folks, what do you think? Do you have these blades in your shave den? The Personna Reds, the Personna Comfort Coated, and the Personna Platinum blades? And are they all marked the same? Do you find any difference between using these blades? Lately, I am just loving the Personna Reds. Stainless steel on the outside, but the blade on the inside is marked platinum chrome. I'm going to have to check some of my other Personna blades and see if they're labeled the same way. So, Al, thanks very, very much for a terrific topic of discussion. Folks, let us know in the comments below any difference between all these Personna blades, or are they all similar? Let us know in the comments below. Al, thanks again very, very much. Well, speaking of Personna Gem DE blades, we received this letter in the mail from viewer Jeff Palmer, and inside 3 Personna Gem DE blades right here. And Jeff writes, "Hey Mark, please find enclosed a few Personna Gem razor blades. Hopefully they have survived the U.S. postal system." Yeah, they did. They arrived, no problem at all. They look in good shape. "Personally, they work well in every DE razor I have tried, but I use very mild razors." Well, so do I, so I'm looking forward to trying these in like a DE89 or the new Oliworks Meteorite razor with the mild plate. The Outlaw razor, I've got a review done on that. Boy, that's a marvelous, marvelous razor, and I think this blade will sing in that. Again, a big, big thank you to Beth Jones, and a big, big thank you to Bill and Connie Murphy. Again, I have tried, but I use very mild razors. They work really well in the Henson AL13. Haven't tried them broken in a single edge razor yet, but expect they will give a good result there too. Enjoy, Jeff Palmer. Jeff, thank you very, very much. Really do appreciate that. So we're gonna get a review done on these wonderful Gem DE razor blades. I think they're like $32 for 100 on Amazon, I think. So Jeff, thank you very, very much. So I'm looking forward to having a shave with these. Absolutely. Now, folks, let us know in the comments below, are the Personna Gem blades like head and shoulders above, say, the Personna Red blade or some of the other Personna blades we've mentioned here on the channel and in today's show? Please comment below and let us know. Jeff, thanks again very, very much. Hey, we received a heads up on some wet shaving news from viewer Austin Weagle. Austin, thank you very, very much. And he writes, wet shaving news. On Mantic59's YouTube channel, there is a wet shaving podcast that is posted every month. It is usually 20 to 30 minutes long and covers all topics. It is hosted by Joe Borelli. Some of the news and topics he covers in the January episode is Schick closing the last U.S. manufacturing plant, the Holy Black moving from New York to Texas, and Barrister & Mann is moving their production to Sterling Soap Company. For additional info on these topics, I would recommend your viewers of the channel and listeners of the podcast to check out Mantic59's channel for the wet shaving podcast that is posted every month. And a very special thanks to you, Mark, for being a voice of what you do for this shaving community. While I don't always leave a comment, don't worry, I always watch your reviews and Monday Morning Mailbag. Thanks again, Austin from Missouri. Oh, and boom, lather. Austin, thanks very, very much for the heads up and the information regarding the monthly podcast on Mantic59's YouTube channel, which features Joe Borelli. Folks, we'll link that channel below. Give it a look. Austin, thanks again very, very much. And that wraps up another Monday Morning Mailbag. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/MarkZerati, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.